Brian Powell of I Run Far here on the island of La Palma in the Atlantic Ocean with Marco De Gasperi, of an Italian runner who runs for Scott as well as the Italian forests, right?
Hi to everyone.
Yeah. Most of the Americans who aren't in the know on Europe might not know who you are, so I'd love for you to tell us some of your running accomplishments. You've held the vertical kilometer record in the past. What else have you run? What are some of your key races?
Well, I'm quite old, you know, because guys, it's probably 17 years that I'm running in, you know, the mountain running before, and now, you know, I start to do some longer races like sky races in all over the world, and you know, I did you know, many times world championships in WMRA. World Cup in the past, winning 6 times the World Championships, and well, vertical K was one of my best, one of my favorite races in the past, and actually it was one of the race I like.
Yeah. Do you think you'll go after that vertical kilometer record again? Do you think you'll try to break it?
Yeah, actually, you know, it's very difficult to do it, you know, also because it depends on, this is a kind of race that depending most of the race, you know, because we have plenty of vertical kilometers in Europe and in America as well. I think you should do the right one, you know, and if we will have the best vertical K, it will be good to try to do this, you know, below 30 minutes. That
do you think you could do that?
I don't know if I'm able to do it, but I know person that could do it, you know, for sure, you know, and so. There are some races in Europe, like in Switzerland and in Italy, and I know that it could be possible to do this result.
Do you use sticks? Do you use poles?
Well, this, for example, you know, there are some schools about these situations, because some people are used to manage with sticks, you know, and poles on the races. But you know, the Athletics Federation, like for example in Italy, doesn't allow people to do this, and I think the more natural thing it would be doing without it, you know. And so I hope in the future we will find a solution for this problem, and you know, just to obey the people to start running and finishing, you know, if they won't able to run walking, but not using sticks.
Okay. As you mentioned, you've been racing forever. We saw a picture in the Skyrunning conference when you were very young. 17 years ago, or very long.
More.
So you've been racing all over Europe, and all over the world, but within Europe, is trail racing very different in the different countries that you've been to, or what were some of the differences?
Definitely, yes. You know, the sky running starts in Italy several years ago, probably 20 years ago, and I was young, but I was one of the, you know, the people, the athlete that starts with this kind of sport, you know, and this developing changed in a few years, and we start with races on the glaciers, on the top of the mountain, and coming back, and now you know, to get more people, more interesting about all the people to join these races. They had to stop to reach summits, you know, and extreme races into other good races in the nature, but not so extreme, you know. And now, you know, some countries like Russia, for example, that are quite new in this kind of sport. They they still have races like what we have in the past on the Alps, you know, and they promote this race.
You just ran Mount Elbrus, yeah,
Mount Elbrus last weekend, and it was great. You know, we had really a good day, you know, with Sunny, and it was perfect on the summit. So everything went well, and we happy, you know, to reach the top of Europe. Probably, you know, having not many concurrents on this race, it will be the right spot for our sport, you know, and then continually on the developing of the situations on for having more people in the skyrunning races.
For yourself, what are your most important races this season?
Well, I'm very glad to take part again in, for example, as my big aim will be the World Long Distance Championships in Switzerland on Jungfrau Marathon. It's a race I won 2 years ago, and I will be back again to try to do my best, you know, because it's a race that I have in my heart. The finish line is under one of the best mountains I know, the Jungfrau and the Eiger North Face. So it's quite legendary, and almost in a mystic situation, you finish this race, and it's very, you know, a marathon that you can tell to everyone when you finish, you know. And so this is my big race this year, and I'm very glad to start in USA this year in Mount Washington. It's a race that I know since when I was young, and always have this dream to take part into before stopping with running. And so this year will be come true, this dream, and I'm very glad to do it.
Yeah, as you get into both longer races and you're coming to America, what races do you dream of doing? Are there any over the next couple of years that you've not run before that you really want to race?
Well, actually, you know, I don't know, because I'm changing year by year, you know, and listen what my body says, you know, and probably will change into more long distance in the future. Actually, I prefer to, you know, to prove my, to stay and having my races, enjoying the races, shorter races until 42 kilometers, and then we will see in the next year. The future.
So maybe some ultra marathons? Maybe?
Maybe not, but maybe.
Are there any Americans that you're really looking forward to racing, either now as more Americans come to Europe, or as you go to the United States? Who are you looking forward to running against?
Well, it would be great, you know, because I know some, you know, I know many athletes from USA, and you know, I'm very proud to be here in La Palma with someone of the best American runners, as Max King and Dakota Jones and the others, and I look to them, you know, to just, you know, living together without races. It's important, you know, to get friendships, and this is great for us, you know. But I'm very happy that they came here for Transvolcania and winning, because it's important for developing the sport, because when Europeans media understand that the guys from USA are able to win also the ultra trail races in Europe, it's important, and is a sign that you know, European athletes has to, you know, force them to win again, and this is great. I'm very happy to see Kilian Jornet moving to America again to compete with the best ultra trailers in USA, and we see very, you know, big events this year, I think.
Speaking of Kilian, you and him have competitively a very good rivalry between one another. You beat him last year, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that rivalry and your relationship with Kilian?
Well, we know each other since a long time, and we start probably in the same way for running, you know, because we both live in a mountain, and we loved mountain before loving running, probably. You know, we were really young when we started our first steps in the mountains, on the glaciers, and so looking to him, that is 10 years younger than me, it's great, you know, because sometimes I see myself 10 years younger, you know, and well, of course, he is a champion, he's a true champion, and it's incredible, you know, because he could manage different distance races very easily, you know. Until now, he didn't show to anyone that nothing is impossible. Probably will be the best sport for Adidas, not for Salmon, but I think Kilian, it's a guy that is not invincible, probably because like, you know, all the athletes, we have our, you know, our point that you are human, you know, and so I think he is one of the athletes that's focused on his season and in the right way. It's firstly, it's a very good person, than having also a good athlete, you know. And this is meaning that all the people, all the fan loves him, and this is very good, you know. And for our sport, for developing, it's incredible.
Yeah, but it was great to see you and him. And I think people promote the fact that you guys competed against each other and are, you know, are rivals. But yesterday you went out to run together. You're friends, right?
Yeah.
We're friends first, and the competitors second.
Of course, of course. I think we are fans of each other, you know, and this is great. It's strange sometimes, but our friendships is very true, you know. We meet every year because he come to Bormio to see me at home, and you know, sometimes we have dinner together. Then the weekend we have the race, and we have to fight and the big battle with each other, you know. But it's amazing. I thought for me it's not so good because last year I lost 2 races in Malaysia and the Jornet in a funny way, you know, because I was leading by over 4 minutes in both cases, and he reached me and he caught me the last part, and I was collapsed, you know, to the finish. So anyway, this is teach me last year that I have always to be careful with him, because this year it could be better to reach the top with 10 minutes and not only 4.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and
thank you very much. And
enjoy your trip to America.
Good. See you there, guys.